The medical team of the eye program Mission Milagro or Miracle Mission of the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, in collaboration with the government of Dominica, recently ended its first rotation here in Dominica. Miracle Mission is a humanitarian organization providing free eye care services for adults suffering from treatable forms of blindness caused by two conditions, said Dr. Laura Esprit, Director of Primary Healthcare Services and Acting Chief Medical Officer.
Essentially, the goal of this mission was to restore visual health to patients affected by two main pathologies, that of cataract and pterygium, but focusing primarily on those who are underprivileged. So it was really extended to all of Dominica. Okay, so we have pterygium and you have cataract pathologies. Cataract is really the clouding of the lens of the eye, so it will decrease your vision over a period of time. And of course, pterygium is almost like a wing-like structure that it would extend from the conjunctiva to the cornea of the eye. Some people see it as a piece of flesh.
The program is free of direct cost to the patients and comprised of 6 phases: presentation and discussions with government officials, visual diagnosis session, pre-operative session, pre-operative evaluation session, surgery session, and post-operative session.
We assisted in making sure that the mission was a success, and this mission ran from the 4th of December to the 11th of December 2016. There we saw a total of 1,227 persons were screened in all. And then we had 578 persons who were initially earmarked for surgery. And I repeat, initially earmarked for surgery. Now, we divided phases 3 to phases 6 into 2 rotations. So rotation 1 was for the districts of Roseau, St. Joseph, Cassibrus, and La Plaine. And rotation 2 would include the districts of Margot, Portsmouth, and Granby. Now, if we have to start off with rotation 1, pre-op testing, that is where the persons who were pre-screened in December of last year, they went to visit their local health team, and then they were assessed by the health team, sent for lab investigations, etc., and were reviewed. So we had, this occurred from March 10th to April 21 of this year. That's pre-op testing. This was followed by pre-op evaluation. So that's when the visiting team came from Venezuela and saw the patients who were seen by the local team. This happened April 22 to 30th, 2017 as well at the respective Type 3 health centers. And of course, then came the surgeries, phase 5. This happened over a 4-week period from May 15th to June 9th, 2017. And that happened at the operating theater of the Princess Margaret Hospital, where we saw 61 patients from Roseau, 38 patients from Cassibrus, 24 persons from La Plaine, and 86 persons from St. Joseph. Essentially, the plan was to do approximately 10 surgeries a day. But I think with good time management and, of course, the skills of the surgeon, we were able to do an average of 15 per day, which was more than what was expected. Post-op, however, this would be the last phase of rotation 1. Surgical clients had to be seen in 3 separate occasions. So we had post-op 1 day, post-op 1 week, and post-op 1 month.
311 surgeries on 209 patients that were suffering from visual impairments was performed. And let's listen to some of the testimonials from a few of the patients.
The first one I had was June the 8th, which was very good. And there was a bit of, it wasn't all that, to say, well, things was good, because it takes a bit of time before it heals. And now it's working just fine. So they called me on Friday to come here to finalize everything, and they told me everything is well. It's a good idea that they're coming down here in Dominica to see after those people who can't see or couldn't see properly. I think it's a good thing, good idea.
For the day they had the surgery, It was painful the same day, but otherwise it was good, very good. And also I'm feeling good in it. And I seen very clear all about, and it was so very successful.
Okay, so what's your impression of the government getting the Venezuela?
Oh, praise God for that man. Praise God. Mr. Scary, Dr. Scary, praise God for him. Because to have that operation in my both eyes, I would have a lot of money to spend. So God bless him, and God bless the Venezuelan for coming and do that good job. Job well done.
I'm very thankful that the Venezuelans have come here to help us. We should be pleased because Dr. Ricketts, as an eye specialist, cannot cope with the volume of people that need surgery. And I need to inform all black people. Once a year, you should go and have your eye checked. We have cataract, glaucoma, and the side effects of diabetics, you'll go blind. But some of us wait when it's too late. When you go to the eye specialist, there's nothing they can do for you, you go blind. So once a year, go and have your eye checked. Your health is your responsibility. And at this present time, at my age, I think this is the only government that has taken the initiative to look after the health of the downtrodden, the poor people. Because the people that are around here, when I look at them, they cannot afford $1,000 plus to go to Dr. Ricketts to have their eyes seen to. And the government, with the help of Venezuela, helping the poor people eventually that would have gone blind.
When I went to the doctor last April, they said that I needed to have the surgery done. And when I inquired, they told me it was $2,500. I said, I don't even earn that for the year. You know? So, and probably 2 weeks after that, I heard the Prime Minister say that the Venezuelans are coming. And from that time, I keep in tune. I said, I'm not going to miss that. I wanted it done. You know, and when they came very early, I found out, and I'm on board, and I just want to thank God. I want to thank the Prime Minister. I want to thank the Venezuelan because they did a very good job, very professional. You know, so I just want to thank them.
I must say the results have been, to me, fairly good. There has been a marked improvement in my vision. There may be one or two little issues I might have to deal with still, but overall, my sight has drastically improved. And I really want to say thanks to both the government of Venezuela and the government of Dominica as well for having provided this service. I am thankful not just myself, but for a whole lot of other people who I see their economic situation would not have allowed them to have, easily have done that operation. So I want to say thanks on behalf of many other people who might not get to say thanks for themselves.
And meanwhile, the Minister for Health and Environment, Kenneth Daru, applauded the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela for its assistance. The health minister noted that the surgeries were done at the Princess Margaret Hospital using state-of-the-art equipment donated by the government of the People's Republic of China. Rotation 2 is expected to begin in early August of this year and will end in November. 308 pre-screened patients are expected to be seen from the remaining health districts of Marigot, Portsmouth, and Granby.